Hey, everybody. Hey, I love seeing so many awesome people in the Zoom room. We are live streaming also on all the social media channels. So it's really great to see everybody here. Now, in the Zoom room, for those who are on social media, we had a little bit of a discussion here about who is here. And so we have therapists here and retirement consultation professionals here. We have digital marketers here. And I just want you to know that you are absolutely in the right place. We're at a real interesting time right now. It's almost November 1st. Happy Halloween, by the way. Okay. You don't want to get scared and not be on this masterclass. That wasn't that very good of a pun. So we're just going to skip past that. But my point is, okay, in this masterclass right now, I'm going to be giving you the cliff notes of what we discussed over the course. Hey, everybody, over the course of the last several days. Getting more sales from social media, high quality, high ticket sales. It's really all about the nuance. But in today's fast track session, I'm going to be outlining my entire strategy for you. And if you take notes and you show up with me right now, as we go into November and December, there are so many sales from social media to be had. You can make sales on social media. You can finish up the year strong. What I'm sharing with you in this masterclass will be a step-by-step system on how to do just that. Now, a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people, I have a lot of customers and a lot of colleagues, a lot of people feel like sales are really slowing down right now. We have an election coming up on the 5th here in the United States. That's really pivotal for a lot of people, as well as AI. AI has really shaken up the game when it comes to making high ticket sales on social media. But I want you to know this out of anything, okay, is number one, if you're new here, it's nice to see you guys. Spoiler alert, I am extremely blunt. I am extremely straightforward. And what I teach and what I'm going to teach you in this masterclass, it is not the sexiest thing that's ever happened. I'm not going to teach you how to go viral. I'm not going to teach you some fly-by-night strategy. I'm not going to tell you that it's not going to take work to actually generate high ticket sales from social media. I'm going to outline this step by step for you. But if you're looking for something easy or quick or some pie in the sky thinking, you're in the wrong place. But if you want to know, if you want marketing and sales that come from the basics and you're ready to master the basics and do the hard thing and put in the work, then everything that I teach you in this masterclass, it will work, and it will take you from, if you are experiencing some chaos in your business, throwing spaghetti at the wall, not really sure what that next step is, taking 5 or 10 of the next steps, but none of it's really working out, and you're really hoping that someday sales and marketing will be so much easier. What I'm teaching you here will give you a system to actually make your business a reality, allow you to actually go on social media and get in front of more of the right people. I'm not going to teach you how to vanity metric your way to a big social media following. What I care about is that you are in front of more of your right fit clients, in front of more and more of the right people, because I know you can help them and serve them and close them into your products and services. That's what we're talking about today. And you have to know this, with everything that I say in your business, if you do not have strategic planning, okay, what you do today, just like working out, I'm really big into fitness, okay? And what I do today is not necessarily what my body and my health is going to look like today, but what I do today, those consistent things that I do today, is what my health and my body is going to look like 3, 6, 9 months from now. And so when you have strategic planning, okay, and you're doing the right things today and know it's going to pay off later, it's actually going to start paying off today, you got to know what those things are. You can't just hope and pray that one day you'll suddenly have a really great social media sales system. It takes planning. It takes strategic planning. It takes both a short-term vision and a long-term vision to actually be able to do this. And you have to know, just like I know that I need to do X amount of crunches and this and this and this in order for my health to be where I want it to be, You have to have a crystal clear idea of those items in your business. And that's what we're talking about today. Now, long-term thinking, okay? Now, a lot of people who teach master classes like this and will tell you that they can get you high ticket sales, they're going to tell you, oh, it's so simple. All you need to do is charge more. You need to do all this. And I'm going to say stop to that. It's false. It's not true. It actually takes a lot of mastery, and you have to really understand what I call the 3 S's. And so anytime you go into social media sales and you want to make more social media sales and bring in high ticket clients, you have to have the 3 S's. So don't be listening to anybody that doesn't serve these, because you have to have all 3. And here they are. We're going to go like this. Now, of course, you need a strategy. Strategy is probably the easiest of all of them, because every marketer that you come across comes up with a strategy. You think you have a strategy. I'm just going to post on TikTok. I'm going to do that thing. But it's the second S is where most people really, really get stuck. And that is systems. Okay, I have a strategy. But what is the system that I'm going to take every single day to make that strategy actually a reality? Okay. If I am going to be posting on social media to attract a high quality client, how am I going to pull that off every day? Where does my team come into it? You can't just be like, I'm just going to record a video every day and post it. That will not work. You have to work backwards from the sale, really understand your customer, and make sure you're posting videos that will actually attract them and will actually speak to your client. And that's what we're covering today. But it is so essential, and it is so important that you have crystal clear clarity around what you need to be doing every single day to drive sales 3, 6, and 9 months from now. Now, the final S is sales. I have found in all of my experience, I work with a lot of different people, that people's motivation for running their business is a lot of different reasons. Some people have a lot of ego involved, and they just really want to be seen by a lot of people and have these vanity metrics, and like that's where they really that's where they shine, and that's what they're looking for. And so they consistently go and search for that. Other people want to serve people. I just want to be around people. I don't care if I charge my going rate or anything. I just want to help. But this is what you got to know about business, okay? It is driven by sales. It's great you want all of those other things in your life, but if you do not have a plan for more sales, then your business will not work. It is already hard enough to run a business. You already have to know a lot of different things. And then you add taxes on top of that, and it makes it 33% harder, right? And so if you aren't working backwards from the sale, and your whole goal in business is to generate sales, and you know how you're going to do that, you will always be struggling. You will never have that legacy business that you are trying to build, because sales is what drives business. Now, let me give you an example here, okay? I have a client. Now, I work with a lot of speakers. I love working with speakers. They're on some of the biggest stages. But where they really struggle, okay, is they get in front of so many people on these stages, and the people come to them, oh my gosh, you changed my life. This was so awesome. I love you. This is great. And the speaker is like, these guys love me. Of course, this is gonna return in lots of sales, because I made a connection with these people. And come to find out, for most speakers, because they don't have a strategy to actually turn that audience into real life sales, they end up being in a situation like this client of mine, who has to jump from speaking engagement to speaking engagement. Now, he gets paid a good $10K for every speaking engagement, but he's in pure chaos in his business, because he goes from speaking engagement to speaking engagement. Nothing ever really turns into a whole bunch more sales. There's no strategy around it. And if he ever gets sick or wants family time, then he is not being paid. So we pull him in, we come up with a strategy on how we're going to make these speaking engagements turn into longer term contracts. we give him the systems to do that and to get in front of the right audiences and to sell the right thing and to consistently be showing up on social media so that those people in the audience will actually follow him on social, and those will produce sales. And we actually, instead of, hey, how much big of an audience can I get in front of, we turn him and make him focus on sales. And when he first came to us, okay, he was making $250K in his online business with putting in the correct strategy, system, and sales. He is well on his way to $1 million this year. And that is the power of slowing down to speed up. Stop frantically hoping that one day everything will translate into sales, and instead slow down. Hey, everybody, it's so nice to see you guys here on social today. That it will translate into sales, and instead you have to work backwards from the sale, clearly knowing what you're selling and have the systems and the strategies to support that. So here we are. It's November, right? Happy Halloween. It's October 31st. And a lot of people are feeling like on social media when it comes to sales that they're getting crickets, low engagements. People are distracted. People are watching cat videos and political videos. It can feel like nothing is happening on social media. If this feels like you, say yes in the comments. And the reason for this is because your audience is really disconnected from you. You have less visibility, which means you have less sales and less action and way more distraction than ever before on social media. As you know, like what human beings now have the focus rate of like a goldfish. Like we can only focus on something for eight seconds. And so it can be very difficult to engage an audience on social media. But the way that you're going to overcome that, and it's so important that you write this down, is through relationship building on social media. You cannot just do a content drop and run and hope that the great content that your VA is posting is suddenly going to generate high ticket sales. No, social media is all about relationships. It's about being social. And if you understand that, the ability to generate high quality clients on social media, it's endless for you. It's endless. And one of the ways that we can really do relationship building is preparing your audience and consistently showing up. If you're thinking, yeah, she's right, everyone only cares about political content right now till November 5th, and you stop posting, you are making a huge, huge mistake. You want to stop waiting and start showing up right now on November 1st. You have plenty of time to make sales before Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving. But once Christmas hits, okay, people shut it down on November 15th. So if you want to end this year with skyrocket sales and set yourself up for enjoying the holidays because you know you have a system in place, it's important to create a system now that will allow you to consistently post on social media. Now, posting on social media, where most people really make a mistake, is they start posting on social media like an influencer and not a business owner. And I have some real interesting experience with this. I learned this really well when I was on Netflix earlier this year, and many of my co-stars were social media influencers. Many of them having 4 or 5 times the following that I have. But as we were in the house and as you get to know them, you really understand that they are having a very difficult time monetizing their audiences. And for me, I'm a business owner and I know how to post online like a business owner. And I was making, I was able to secure way more sales than they were, even though my following count was less than theirs. So what I want to share with you today, hey everybody, it's so great to see you guys here on social media and in the Zoom room. I love seeing so many people here, but the real difference, and this is what you have to know, when you post online for sales as a business owner, you need to be posting 4 different things. And I call these VEMS, VEMS. And if you post these 4 things on social media, then people will confuse you as a social media influencer and not buy from you. But this will make you a well-rounded individual on social media, and they can actually understand what you offer. You'll be adding know, like, and trust, and people will really start buying from you. So the first is vibe. And this is really your brand, how you come across, and a couple of personal things about you. What I recommend here is that you select, of course, you have a strong brand and you show up professionally, but I recommend picking 3 and only 3 personal things that you talk about online that will make you a human, that will make you and separate you from all of the bots in the world. And so for me, the 3 that I pick is my health and wellness journey. I love to share about that. It's a huge part of my business. I have 3 children under 14, so things can get pretty busy around here. Thank heaven for systems. And I'm from Portland, Oregon, the most beautiful state, the most beautiful location in the entire world. Okay. Nobody can argue with that. And so I keep my vibe and my social media content around those 3 things because people can be like, I know those 3 things about her. Okay. The next is experience. Of course, testimonials, speak more to your potential clients than anything else. Write this down. If people can see themselves in your testimonials, they will buy from you. And so it's in your best interest to continually tell stories about who you serve and how you serve. And this is as simple as doing something like this on social media. I just got off a call with a VIP client who is an excellent speaker, speaks on some of the biggest stages in the world, and he had the following question. So just even in a story like that, like if you don't want to continually just be posting words from your clients, you can come in and share your experience all the time on social so people know who you serve. Next is method. Know this, if you systemize what you're doing, the process that you help your clients with from going from point A to point B, you go step, 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 then people will put their trust in your method, and you won't have to create so much trust in yourself, which is actually really very difficult to do on social media without seeing someone in person. And so what that looks like, instead of people having to be like, oh, Lindsay Anderson, she is so great, you should totally trust her, she is awesome, and people having to evaluate you as a person. Instead, when I share my VEMS method or I share my social media sales machine method, okay, it's step by step. You do social media, you go to an invite only event, and you go to a sales call, and people buy into the method. And it doesn't matter how they feel about you personally if the method is sound. And so for even a realtor, this can look like I have the home method where I help you, hunt down the right home, and O and then M and E, so people can see themselves in this step by step. And then finally is skills. And this is where most business owners actually end up posting on social media. They end up posting like, here is my workout video of the day, and here is just a how-to tutorial. And that's great. I've had clients like this. They'll build a 50K social media following because they're posting a daily workout video. But because vibe, experience, and method is not making you a well-rounded person that can be trusted online, then you're just another piece of content. So say yes in the comments if that makes sense. Go and post your VEMS. Now, we talk a lot about content, and it is probably the biggest myth when it comes to generating sales on social media is that it's about the content. People get real worked up about the content. They wring their hands about the content. They delete the content. They spend a lot of time on the content, and they think that the content is the key to more social media sales. But it's not. Hey, everybody. So nice to see you guys. It's not. Okay. It's frosting. It's part of it. But there's 2 other pieces that you need on social media in order to actually generate sales. And that's the social part. And I call this, okay, virtual black booking. These are real people, okay? You go to networking events, you meet people around, you have your current customers, you have your prospects. You need to go and add them on your social media channel of choice and allow social media to be nurturing those relationships. You know this, relationships are only like you have this relationship bank account and you need to continually deposit into it. And when you do social media right, you can actually do that. So step one is go add everybody you know on social media and connect there so you can remain in contact and nurture those relationships. Next is virtual networking. Right now with AI, the amount of competition, if you want to make high ticket sales, this is through relationships, and social media is the gateway to millions of relationships. But you have to do virtual networking, which is getting outside of your comfort zone and connecting with people on social media and getting to know them and bringing them into your black book. So when we talk about a system, okay, you need a system in your business to daily expand your sphere of influence through virtual networking. And when you do that and you get to know new people on social media and you invite and get to and nurture the relationships you already have, then the content you post will then go out to your black book and all the people you're virtually networking with, and everything will start working so much better to where you can actually generate high ticket sales on social media. So the to-do here is, as we go into November and December, create a system in your business where you are consistently choosing a social media platform. You are black booking, okay, depositing into those relationships. You are expanding your sphere of influence, adding people, having conversations, and then posting content. And you will see you can generate and get in front of more of right fit clients right here on social. It's right there staring at you. Everybody is on social. Yes, your high ticket clients are on social. I don't really care what industry you're in. We cover all industries, okay? Insurance, homeowners, construction, speakers, leadership consultants. Like, your people are on social media. If you're not seeing them there, you're not doing it right, okay? You got to have the three parts to do it right. Now, in November and the economy, I hate even bringing up the economy because like everything is what you make of it. And I don't want to get into the nitty gritties of what's going on in the economy. But there is right now, and I think this is mostly what I've seen is that it's part of the pandemic. Thank you, COVID, that a lot of people bought stuff and they invested in stuff. And now they're just a little bit more like, I'm careful, which looks like a decrease in sales and revenue. And when you have a decrease of sales and revenue in your business, you lack your momentum, you have a lack of sales, your cash flow totally sucks. It will send you into a mindset tailspin. And when we're in a mindset tailspin in our business, that's not helping, because that means that we're making emotional decisions and not logic, data-driven decisions. So we're looking at the very tail end of the year, okay? Q4, we're already 1 month in, and you have November and December to make these sales, but the number one problem that you're doing is you're not making an offer frequently enough. People think if I show up on social, if I get a certain like amount on social, then people will like magically throw their money at me. I don't have to make an offer. And that's scary. Speaking of Halloween, you don't want to be doing that. If you want to make more sales, make more offers. And I'm not talking about different offers. Decide what you're selling and make that offer to more people, because this is what happens with the people that I help, okay? Maybe you have this is called the marketing washing machine. Okay, you get a little hand gesture with this one today. The marketing washing machine, which looks like your podcast, your YouTube channel, all your social media. Maybe you wrote a book. You go to live networking events. You're a speaker and you have all of these people in your marketing washing machine that have not been fed what that next step is. Your audience needs to know the next step. They're not going to think through it. They're not going to think through, well, I need Lindsay, so I'm going to reach out on a DM and I'm going to think about what to say to her, and I don't even know what she offers, and I don't know, like, it's too much thinking. And so you have to be making an offer more frequently. And the very best way to do this, okay, is through a strategy that I call an invite-only event. Now, what that is, it is a 54-minute masterclass that you give on rinse and repeat, very similar to this one, okay, that you give on rinse and repeat, that you invite 20 people to. 20 people. Everyone in this audience right now knows 20 people that they can invite to an invite-only event. And because you're giving this on rinse and repeat, and because you are setting up this invite-only event to speak to your one true client and to outline their problems, and they can really see you live and presenting this masterclass in person. And because there's only 20 people there, it's super intimate. Then you will be able to host what I like to see, and like I like to say, is a group sales call. You get 20 people in a Zoom room, you present the right information, and you give a call to action to get on a call with you. If it sounds like the right fit, then you will be able to get high quality calls from your marketing washing machine on your calendar on rinse and repeat. Now, it's powerful, and it's something that you start developing this masterclass. You get better and better every time you get it. You give it. You don't have to prep so much. You actually know that it works, and you can make iterative improvements on this. Now, the benefits of an invite-only event, and I talk about this a lot because it's the best strategy. I've been doing digital marketing and business building for the last 20 years, and it's the best strategy that I have ever come across, and I recommend it to everyone. And again, it is a weekly rinse and repeat masterclass to get people out of your marketing washing machine. Now, I like invite-only events because they're high-end, meaning I'm reaching out to the 20 people I know, and I'm inviting them to come to this invite-only event. Know this about sales. It's not just about what you say on that invite-only event. It's about what happened before that invite-only event, what happens after that invite-only event, even if they get on a sales call with you and maybe it's not a right time for them to make that decision. It's not the end of the relationship. This is all just long-term thinking and part of the course. Now, you want to make that high end so that people know that they're invited and the sale starts before the invite-only event. Low cost, none of these fancy funnels, no ads, no fancy software. We're talking Zoom. We're talking me inviting you, and it's incredibly low cost and low tech. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be hosting at least 2 IO events between now and the end of the year. And when you do that, okay, let's say you make 7 sales, which you would be able to do if you invited those 20 people and you handle this correctly. The sales are waiting for you. The next thing, few people, I mentioned this several times, it is well documented that the fewer people that are in the Zoom room and are with you virtually, the more intimacy there is. And with more intimacy, the easier sales are. And so the few people will actually be in your benefit. Next, connected. Because there's only a few people, you feel more connected with people who are in your Zoom room, okay? Next, sales pitch. No cheesy sales pitch. You're not putting up a bunch of slides and telling people that they, you get 10 videos and 25 of these. And if you buy now, buy. We're not doing any of that. at the end of your invite only event, instead of a sales pitch, you are making a legitimate offer, a legitimate way for those people who are in the right place in their business or wherever in their life, that they will get on a call with you. So it is so ideal. It is so key. And it is really, really important that you have a conversion event and are making that offer if you want to get more sales between now and the end of the year. Now, the problem that most people are going to find with the invite-only event, don't just think that you can go out and just give any kind of masterclass, because that's not going to work. You have to have a masterclass that is talking to your ideal client. It has to have a title that you know is attracting the right people. And you have to know that your client, what you say in this masterclass, that your client, your prospects are really going to resonate with. And so you don't have a lot of time between now and the end of the year to actually figure that out. Now, the IO event is so powerful. I have a client of mine. He's a finance coach, and we started working with him in April so we could prevent him from feeling the summer slowdown, which is a similar experience to what we're feeling right now as we go into the holidays. Now, we wanted to put him into this masterclass, a rinse and repeat masterclass. He was pretty used to shooting from the hip, and I'm going to try this marketing thing, and I'm going to try this. And he was kind of like all over the place. And when we tried to tie him down to an invite-only event that he's given every week to get people out of his marketing washing machine, he said, "Okay, Lindsay, that's not who I am." And my response to him, because I am fairly straightforward, "Hey, it's so nice to see you guys today." Because I'm straightforward, I was like, "Well, sir, that sounds like an excuse. You can be who you want. You can be an organized person. You can put on a rinse and repeat masterclass and have yourself do that." So he took my advice, just like you can. Okay, you can be whoever you want to be. You can be a system organized person. That's what it takes to build a business. Well, he started working with us. We got the IO event implemented for him, and he ends up creating over 20K in recurring revenue, recurring every single month. He's bringing in 20K and a full one-on-one calendar, all because he implemented the right invite-only event. And that was only within 2 months of working with us. Okay. The final problem out of all this, like, you got to be on social and make sure you're social, doing that black booking, doing that networking, and displaying your VEMs. You need an IO event so that you're making an offer as frequently as possible and spoon feeding your clients, your prospects, what that next step is. But the final problem that you're going to be having is we do have limited time. It is November. Okay. There's only a handful of weeks left. You don't have time to be throwing spaghetti at the wall here. You don't have time to be hoping that you've set up your invite-only event right, because chances are you haven't. Like, not even chances. If you don't have the skills and you don't understand what a sales webinar is, the invite-only event you give will not produce results. And hustle is not going to solve this. You have to plan ahead. And the reality is that we're only a few weeks away from Christmas and from next year. And if you wait until January, all of your competitors will have already been working in November and December and already have these systems that you're basically going to be starting from scratch in January. And so you want to start now. It's not just one simple thing that you need to figure out. I've covered a lot in the last 40 minutes on this masterclass, but you have to have a handle on several things in order to make sales in November and leading in December and beyond. And so here are the things that you need to have in line. Where is my eraser? Okay, is number one, you have to have your price. Hey, it's so great to see you guys. You have to have your pricing and program strategy. Most of you aren't charging what you need to. Most of you are trying 10 different programs, don't know what you specialize in because you specialize in a lot of things. You have to understand the components. If you don't have clarity around what you're selling, no way, no how will you be making sales. No way. Okay. Next, marketing message. What is that client? What is that one true client, that bait? What should you be using? Okay. Words matter. What are you saying to actually attract and activate that audience? You have to understand that. Okay. Conversion event. How are you going to get people out of your marketing washing machine and actually ready to go on to the next step with you? What does that look like for you? So nice to see you guys. What will those individuals actually come to? And what will it be called? And what is the script? How are you outlining the script so that you can actually host a group sales call and bring the right people in? And then finally, sales system. Okay, they went to the conversion event, but what next? How do you seal the deal on a call and feel good about it? How do you feel your programs? What do you do? Okay, now that's complicated. That's a lot of stuff to figure out between now and the end of the year, but we can help. What I'm offering here on this masterclass for everybody who is here, and I love everybody who's here, I love seeing this, is to hop on a call with me for a sales surge strategy session. If you're serious about getting these sales now, getting an invite-only event, understanding your pricing and program with somebody who has the experience that I do, my perspective of working with hundreds of clients over the last 20 years, I am certain that you could use my input on your pricing and program strategy, your marketing message. What are you saying now to these people? How are you attracting that right fit client? What is your conversion event and how are you sealing the deal? If that is something you are serious about and you want to start now, as I've mentioned in this masterclass, my wonderful team is going to throw a link right here to apply for a sales surge strategy session with me. That is a one-on-one call with me. We don't accept everyone for this call. That's why we ask you to apply. Although if you do not get on a call with me, we will give you the next step. We're not here to leave you out to dry. We just want to make the most use out of everyone's time. And so if you want this call with me, it is 50 minutes. It is an extremely powerful call. And we will outline this. We will talk about your pricing and program. We will talk about your marketing message. We will decide where you need to be showing up on social media, how to get that conversion event set up, and how to actually seal the deal on those sales calls. And you and I will sit and plan this out together on a sales surge strategy session. So Shauna, again, is going to drop that link. I believe it's lindsaya.com/apply. Yes, it is. Go me. lindsaya.com/apply. Go and apply now so you and I can talk about these things. You can actually start generating high ticket sales from social media. Now, put this on your calendar, okay? Fight the resistance. Get on a call with me. I can absolutely help you with these things on this call. And I'll say this again, go to lindsaya.com/apply. We'll talk about your marketing message. We'll talk about your conversion event strategy. We'll talk about your authentic sales system right here on this call, one-on-one with me. And I'll say this, it is a really interesting time to make social media sales, okay? Everybody is on social media. I have 3 kids. They all aspire to be YouTube stars. Like, adults are on there. Everybody is on there. And like, gone are the days where you can willy-nilly kind of post content and bring in sales. Things are different. AI is loading social media with so much content. And so for you to speak to that client, and for you to attract that high quality client, it is certainly possible for everyone here. They're on social media. But if you don't have a crystal clear idea on what to say to them, how to say it, how to get them to take that next step, you are just guessing. And I would say you're really just wasting your time, because it's going to be very difficult for you to figure out. Now, maybe you are like, no, I'm good with taking 2 years to figure this out. The fact is, I don't even know if you'll figure it out after 2 years. Get on a call with me. Let me line this out for you specifically so you can save that time and actually make sales now and before Christmas and as we go into the new year. Let's map this out, you and I together. Now, I want to do a big thank you to everybody who came to this masterclass. I appreciate you attending this workshop. I love sharing with people what it really takes to build an online business. I don't fill you full of a whole bunch of stuff that is pie in the sky thinking. This is what it takes. This is the reality, and it is absolutely available to everyone. So go fill out that application, lindsayaa.com/apply, and I will see you on a sales surge strategy session with me. I'm going to turn it back over to my wonderful team. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Halloween, and I will see you on that session.